Daytona Beach, Florida. We're here at Daytona International Speedway, the world capital of racing, the fourth race of the 2022 Custom Cup season. Today, we see if we'll get our first repeat winner of the year, or if the trend of winners continue. We looked at the point standings last week. It's JC Giovanni with a 1-point advantage over Addison Stone so far this year. We'll see if that gap will spread out going in to the midway, getting into the stretch of the season. The beginning of the season is over. After this week, we'll really have it figured out of who's good and who isn't. You never know, though. This is the Custom Cup, and we have seen crazy things happen. Last week was pretty interesting. At Bristol, it was a close race, but it was so hard to pass. They got single file and stayed that way for the whole 50-lap race. Now, we're going to go trackside for some pre-race ceremonies, track info, and drivers to watch for. It'll be a 30-lap race here at Daytona International Speedway, the 2.5-mile tri-oval. The turns are banked 31 degrees, and it's 18 degrees of banking in the tri-oval. The NASCAR record lap is 42.783 seconds, and we did not even come close to beating that. These cars used to be so much faster than they are now. Third fastest in practice, starting in 6th, it's Luca Marina. He is expected to be a lot better than what he's doing, the 15 car. A very solid car. And we'll see what he'll be able to do today from the Daytona International Speedway. The guy that was fastest in practice is also starting on the pole. Ethan Hansen sweeps the practice and the qualifying. Doesn't have a win yet this year. Has been expected to have one by now, even though it's only 3 races in. He won the Palm Springs 500 in the Palm Springs 500 race. That was on YouTube. That's about 7 months old if you want to watch that. So he knows what he's doing at Daytona, and he seems like he's ready to do it here today too. Fastest in practice and fastest in qualifying. Look out for Ethan Hansen. He is ready to go from Daytona. Now we're going to go trackside for the command to fire the engines from Daytona. To crash in practice. Upside down goes Terry Hansen in the 24. So a giant crash in practice.
Drivers, start your engines!
There's the command to fire the engines. Ethan Hansen, Addison Stone on the front row. We have seen this multiple times now in the Custom Cup, the 2 biggest names in the series. As the pace car will lead them off pit road for 30 laps at Daytona International Speedway. Now we're going to take a look at our starting lineup for today's race. On the front row, it's Ethan Hansen and Addison Stone. Behind them in row number 2, it'll be Grayson Getz and Luca Marina. In row number 3, it's Lucas Hansen and Adam Hemmer. Row number 4, Dave Hansen and Kelsey Hemmer. Row number 5, it's Jake Hemmer and Daisy Stone. Row number 6, we have Josh Hemmer and Ashton Murphy. And row number 7 is Derek Jones and Brooks Hansen. And row 8, it's JC Giovanni and Toby Stone. Row number 9 is Terry Hansen and Wyatt Hemmer. Row 10, Ben Hemmer, Grant Hemmer. Row 11 is Michael Mall and Will Hansen. Row number 12 is Carter Simser and Gavin Alabrandi. Row number 13, Isaiah McGlinty and Sam Hoffman. Row number 14, Harry Murphy and Mason Simser. Row 15 is Delaney Lombardo and Olivia Hansen, and in row 16, rounding out the field, is Chase Murphy in the 25. The pace car will lead them into turns 3 and 4. Our first super speedway race of the season, our first close quarters racetrack of the season. The pace car is going to lead them through turns 3 and 4 under the yellow flag. The pace car leading them off of turn 3 and 4. Here they come. It's the Custom Cup Series, the first super speedway race of the season. The pace car pulls down pit road. Into pit road goes the pace car right there. The sharp turn. Down the track, into the trial will they come, and the green flag is in the air at Daytona. We are underway. Super speedway racing in Florida. A good run in the start for the 19, got the shove for the Joe Gibbs teammate Grayson Getz. Here they come into turns 1 and 2, bumper to bumper. 3 wide back there. We're going to see that a lot today. It is Daytona. And we lost camera. Down the back straightaway, here they come. Ethan Hansen leading the pack down the back straightaway. Down into turns 3 and 4. Cars 3 wide in some places, but for the most part, they're 2 by 2. Still side by side for the lead. Here they come to complete lap number 1. The 4 of Ethan Hansen on the inside. The shove from the 15 of Luca Marina. Down into the trial where they go. 194 miles an hour as they cross the line. No one can get the advantage out front. They're still 2 by 2. Getz thought about starting a line up there up against the wall, going 3 wide along the top. Not going to be there. Down the back straightaway, here they come, powering it down. They're going to work their way into 3 and 4. Once again, we have a car off the pace already. Chase Murphy losing a lot of ground. They're 3 wide back here. Addison Stone is going to lead lap number 2, it looks like, at the line. Yes, he is. Addison Stone leads a lap. That's one of his first laps led of the season. If the race ended there, he would have won. Fastest lap was just ran by Carter Simser, but the fastest lap doesn't mean anything here. It's really easy to have the fastest lap. You just need one lap where you get the draft for the whole time. You need to be smart, though. It's so hard. It's not that hard to pass. You just need to hope everyone else can pass the car you're trying to pass with the drafting effect. Chase Murphy way off the pace. He lost the pack on the first lap, and that is, if you're not in the pack, you're not going to have a chance, as Addison Stone's going to surge ahead of Ethan Hansen here. No one in the top 5 has a win yet this year. Actually, no one in the top 10 has a win yet this year. Our winners this year, JC Colagiovanni, Ashton Murphy, and, forgot who won last week, through turns 1 and 2 once again. And Mason Simser, all back here. They're not near the front at all, any of our winners. As Addison Stone has the lead, let's go on board with Lucas Hansen, who set a quiet start to the start of the year, running in the top 5 right now. A big shove from the 15, trying to push the 4 ahead of Grayson Getz, who's running the high line right there, and that's who Lucas Hansen is trying to push right now. A big run from the top lane coming into this trial for Hansen. Addison Stone's running that top. That's going to give more. That's going to tug the top lane along there. Stone has been quietly out front, single file with the lead. Chase Murphy has lost the pack completely. It's like a qualifying lap now for him. Lucas Hansen way up the racetrack, almost got freight trained by the 16 there. Side by side for second. Luca Marina's trying to make it 3 wide. And Luca Marina won here in the first ever Custom Cup race at Daytona, the same track. So the guys that have won here before, they seem like they know what they're doing. Ethan Hansen trying to get his first top 5 of the year. Luca Marina, I believe, trying to get his first top 10. You can see Chase Murphy 8 seconds off the pace. And Delaney Lombardo is starting to lose the pack a little bit too. Once you lose them, you're not catching back up to them. Through turns 3 and 4. Some cars way up the track. And Addison Stone and a couple other guys are pitting really early. You're looking at a 4-stop race. They only went 12 miles before they had to pit. 2.5 miles. Now it is 4 times tire wear, but they do not run 28 laps before they pit at Daytona. It's closer to 45. So really early pit stop. from Addison Stone. So now Ethan Hansen's pit crew screwed him up. He was in the top 10 in our first race at Chicagoland. Let's see if they can rebound for him here, because they're probably going to be coming down this time. Still, a bunch of cars stay out. Hansen is going to beat everyone down into the pits. But now it's all about, can he get a good pit stop? His pit crew has not done him much favors this year. But he has the end pit box down there. Does have the preferred pit box, the first one. And the other 4 cars on the track are coming down the back straightaway, and they're still trying to get up to speed. And Hansen not going to be the first car off pit road, let alone the second or the third. So Hansen's pit crew screws him up once again. And he has trouble getting off the launch off the pits. So Ethan Hansen is going to be barely in the top 10 after this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to be at about 8th. So his pit crew is not doing him any favors so far this year. Ethan Hansen's pit crew has struggled all year. He hasn't gained any spots on the pits. He's lost the most spots out of any driver in the series, and on pit road. And this is going to drop him barely in the top 10, maybe even like 11th. And don't forget about Grayson Getz, who was barely behind him when he pulled down. Although Luca Marino is right behind him. Let's see what place this should put him in. Outside the top 10, 14th place. But he is going to pass these other 4 coming off the pits. So he's going to be in 11th, I think. Now he needs a caution to get closer together, and the race leader is being scored as Addison Stone, but Daisy Stone not far behind. Hansen nowhere near the best car like he was in practice and qualifying. He is the fastest car when there's no draft effect. That is for certain. So he should pull away from this pack a little bit. And now that he passed those 4 cars, he should be in 10th or 11th. This is going to score him in 10th, so he is in the top 10. He needs a caution, though, if he wants to catch up. They're about half a second faster than that other pack, so they are going to catch up to this pack at some point. The single file drafting seems to be the best way to go right now. Cole Giovanni's going to try to make a move. Not going to have any draft, although he has a big run into the corner. Now can he side draft him through turns 3 and 4? The single file packs are running the fastest times right now. Much faster that time by. So they are running down this other pack, and Ethan Hansen's going to be the first one to get to them, because when you're in this small of a pack, you don't pass. You try to catch up to everyone else first. Down the back straightaway. They're only 5 seconds behind the leader, and last lap, they were almost a half second faster than the leader. As Will Hansen's going to try to make a pass. He just ran the fastest lap for him this race last lap. And he seems like he's going fast. And they are not going to let Ethan Hansen back in. They're going to try to freight train him here. Wyatt Hammer back in line. And across the stripe, Ethan Hansen runs his fastest lap of the race. So he is the fastest car on the track right now, about to pass Olivia Hansen for 9th. 45.112. And Terry Hansen, looking down on Addison Stone for the lead, ran one of the fastest laps of the race last time by. Going to get side by side with the 19 here. And Hansen's in this pack and is driving right by everyone right now. He's up into 9th. Another very fast lap for him here. This is where the good racing is right now. Some other pit stops already starting once again. If he's going to keep losing time on the pits, though. Up into 6th. So multiple cars pitted. This is probably going to be a 4-stop race, assuming these guys pit right now. Maybe 3 if you try to stretch it out. And if you're Ethan Hansen, the way your pit crew's been, you're trying to stretch it out to 3, I would be if I'm his crew chief. But I bet everyone else is going to come down right now because other cars did. Stone starting to slow down through the corner. And here they come down pit road. Ethan Hansen staying on the track. He's going to take the lead, trying to stretch it out. So are a couple others. So this is maybe too early, they think, for some guys. As it looks like it looks like 15, about half and half coming down pit road. So Ethan Hansen is the race leader, leading his first laps of the year. Let's see if waiting an extra lap or 2 is the way to go. I think you try to put him a lap and a half down, just to be sure that you get him back. So I don't think you come down now. I think if you pit a lap later, it doesn't do it any justice. Pitting 2 laps later, and if you pit 2 laps later, you might be able to make it a 3-stop race because they only pitted once the first half of the race, but you can see the way his speedometer is moving slowly, going down. Everyone but Adam Hemmer. Adam Hemmer is still on the track. So a strategy game for the 88 team here. Luca Marina, and Adam Hemmer was a lap car, actually. Let's see if Ethan Hansen, Addison Stone halfway down the back straightaway. It's going to be tough to beat him the way his pit crew has been today. Into his box. They need a fast pit stop here. Not very good on the first tires. They're going to do a 2-tire stop. Is he going to beat him off? It's a 2-tire stop for Ethan Hansen. The strategy game. Is it going to work? He was the first one off the pits. Not going to beat Addison Stone with a 2-tire stop. Should put him in the top 5. Those are all slow cars. They were behind because of the pitch cycle. I think he's going to be in about 6th. So a good strategy from Ethan Hansen. Now you change the other 2 tires at about lap 25 and you try to make it to the end. 3-stop strategy for Ethan Hansen could come in handy later on. He should be in about 6th, maybe 7th or 8th, but it's better than where he was when he started pitting. And I think everyone else did 4 tires because you can see how far behind everyone else is. He's in 11th, but he's going to pass a car. That's 10th right there. And then 9th. So he's running. He is in 9th place right now, which is where he was when he came down pit road. So that just shows you how slow his pit crew is. He took 2 less tires than everyone else and is still in the same spot he was when he came down. Didn't gain or lose anything. And now on bad tires, here comes that pack behind him. His pit crew has messed him up all year. There's a slow car on the bottom there. I don't know what Kelsey Hemmer was doing. Kelsey Hemmer might be out of gas. She's pulling up in front of the track. Now coming down pit road, I think Kelsey Hemmer is out of fuel. This could be a caution if she doesn't make it down pit road. Her engine's not on. Coasting down pit road. Kelsey Hemmer's out of gas. How about Carter Simser? Good day for him so far. Ethan Hansen back in it, up into 7th. Here comes Daisy Stone looking for the lead. Carter Simser is going to make it 3 wide. Now falls back in line. Kelsey Hammer, she's stuck in the pit. She got into pit road, filled it up, and is now back on her way, but is a lap down. Or will be a lap down. Daisy Stone taking the lead. No one in the top 10 has a win yet this year. The first guy on the track with a win, 17th. 12th now, JC Cole Giovanni. Ashton Murphy's in 24th, and Mason Simser is in 21st. Ethan Hansen cracking the top 5. But obviously not faster than these guys because they are in a path. Maybe him and Olivia Hansen can team up to do something here. Coming to 10 laps to go at Daytona. And the pit cycle starting again. So they are pitting very consistently here. But this is where the 3-stop strategy comes in. These guys are making their 3rd stop right now. And Hansen can run about 3 or 4 more laps. I made the pit stops too consistent. No cautions the entire season of the Custom Cup. I will do everything in my power to make sure we have at least one next race. Even turn down the drafting distance to make it bumper-to-bumper racing. Next week, we head to Kansas for our first 1.5 miles of the season. Now Hansen comes down pit road only a lap later this time, so the 3-stop strategy thing isn't working for him. Multiple cars staying out. You can hear them in the background. They're going to do left side only, it looks like. Fuel it up and go. So they did the right tires first, this other tire second, and Hansen's easily the first car in his group off the pits. And there goes Daisy Stone, the race leader. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. Well, Kelsey Hammer's a lap car, so 4th. 5th, and then 6th. So Ethan Hansen's going to be in 6th place. Maybe 7th. If Derek Jones catches up to him. And Derek Jones has caught up to him. They're in a 3-car pack. He's going to pass the other cars coming out of the pits, though. Slingshotting around the 42. Let's go look at our race leader. The race for the lead is right here. They got back up into a pack. This is for the race win, possibly right here. At the line, Grayson Getz is the race leader. If they beat Ashton Murphy off the pits, which they did. Down the back straightaway. Gotta be coming to 7 or 6 laps to go from Daytona. Coming into the tri-oval once again, 6 laps to go. pit cycle starting over again. The pit cycle very, very fast here. There must be a lot of bumps on that racetrack. Probably a lot of rubber down from the crashes in practice. So that might have an effect on the tire wear in turns 3 and 4. As Ethan Hansen's going to try to drive around Derek Jones for 5th. Jones going to leave the door wide open for him. No contest. And now Olivia Hansen's going to make it 3 wide. Coming down into turns 3 and 4. I don't think the pit cycle started over. Those people just hadn't pitted yet, and that's why Getz had the lead. Now with 5 laps to go from Daytona. Back up to the front. Daisy Stone and Carter Simser, who haven't said his name possibly the entire season. Hansen is still lurking back there. If his group is flying, they might join the party on the last lap in a slingshot last-ditch effort. And maybe they have to pit one more time, I think. I don't think Hansen has to. If you do fuel only, maybe, you might have a shot. So Hansen's up in a second trying to chase down Daisy Stone. Been dominant all day. Well, no one's really been dominant, but it's been up front all day. Coming down into turns 3 and 4. Another very uneventful day in the Custom Cup. Hasn't been the most exciting racing to start the season, but it's been entertaining, not exciting. And Hansen's coming down pit road. What strategy will he use here to ensure that he is in the top 5 at least by the end of the race? This is the money stop with 3 laps to go. They're going to go on the right sides. This might be 4 tires. And it's going to be 2 tires. 2 tires only, no fuel. But Stone's still beating him off the pits. There go the lap cars. And here come the race leaders. So no, a win will not be in the books for Ethan Hansen. Another day ruined by his pit crew. He was probably the fastest car after the pit stops, but every time he pitted, he just lost ground and then lost ground again. And the best pit crew has got to be Carter Simser, because I don't know how he went from 20th to 2nd during a pit cycle. So his pit crew is definitely the best one today. And there, Hansen dropping down to 14th, but is going to pass a couple cars getting up to speed. He might not even finish in the top 10 once again. And you have to be 10th or better to get into the playoffs in the Custom Cup. Down into the trial, the white flag. There are 2 laps to go. And Gavin Alibrandi is the car they need to pass, which they're easily going to do. And this is the race for the win. Addison Stone and Grayson Getz. and Kelsey Hemmer, who is a lap down, and Carter Simser coming back to the white flag racing gets. He won in the Custom Cup last season at Charlotte, trying to take it back to victory lane off of turns 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. Addison Stone is hungry to go back to victory lane. He's been so good at Daytona, but hasn't won bumper to bumper white flag at Daytona into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Through turns 1 and 2, there's the move from Stone. Up the inside, they're going to be side by side down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway, no one has a push. It's going to be pure car speed. Stone's going to get a nose in there. Who's the lap car going to push? Getz is going to be clear. Any move from Stone. Off of turns 3 and 4. That lap car pushed Getz. And no one's going to beat him back to the line. A last-ditch move through the trial won't happen for Addison Stone. Grayson Getz is going to win at Daytona. What a last lap. If Kelsey Hemmer had pushed Stone, I think that's the reason why Getz won. Getz wasn't even the best car. It was just the pit crew did its job. And that's the 4th race of the season. We'll see you next week at Kansas.